Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. This is my first recording, therefore excuse the excuse my inexperience with the technology. I'm learning. There's much to learn when you're trying to talk, record, and relay information and upload and so on. There's a lot to do here, a lot to learn. So again, excuse me if I'm not up to par with some of the other individuals that are on YouTube, but this is a smaller channel. I am just trying to focus in on areas that I find interesting, and I find there's not much out there in English for someone to learn or just expand their understanding. Previously, what I did was I would find the video and I would upload that without any visuals of myself or anything personal of that nature, right? But I find that I like to talk and and I just thought to record now, and I'm going to try very hard to do one recording per week about the areas that like I said that I should talk about, since I know good or very well, and and I'd like to share. So this is the first one, and I wanted to talk today about Sehzade Mustafa. Sehzade meaning Prince Mustafa. Okay, so I should I have this organized, but my notes are downstairs, and I'm doing this just from memory, and maybe afterwards I will edit certain parts of this talk. But so let's talk about Prince Mustafa. Who is Prince Mustafa? Um, we're talking about a person that lived about 500 years ago, and it's a subject area that I'm writing a book about. So no one knows. I keep this to myself, but I should learn to 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 just open up my thoughts and share my ideas. I've written two books, and not published, and I'm writing my third book, and the third book is the topic of Sehzade Mustafa, which is Prince Mustafa. Okay, and I'm almost finished my third book. Therefore, I just wanted to share bits about Prince Mustafa. I'm sure I'll write or I'll talk about more about Prince Mustafa in future videos, but this one I wanted to focus on um, on Prince Mustafa being the eldest son of Sultan Suleyman. So, well, here's another question some might have. Who is Sultan Suleyman? Well, Sultan Suleyman was the Sultan, obviously, yeah, of he was the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire from the years 1515 to about 1565, 66. So about, well, to be exact, 46 years he was the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. He was the longest serving sultan of the empire, and he had a son. He had quite a few sons, but his eldest surviving son was Prince Mustafa. Okay, and and Prince Mustafa's son was well. Let's not talk about Prince Mustafa's son. Let's uh, let's focus on Prince Mustafa, the eldest son of Sultan Suleyman. Prince Mustafa Prince Mustafa's mother was Mahi Devran Sultan. I'll repeat, Mahi Devran Sultan. Mahi Devran, the mother, it is controversial what her background is because the, the 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 wives of a sultan back then came from all parts or outside parts of the empire. Therefore, it is not 100% clear where she's from. They say she's of Albanian descent. Okay, Albanian because there were many or lots of um, Christian Christian boys who converted into the Janissary army system, right? And they say, or it's believed that Mahidevran's father was one of these Christian boys who converted to Islam at an early age, and he was the father of Mahidevran, and they were Albanian. The second, the second controversial area, or people believe that she might be from Circassia. Circassia is north, northern, northern area, southern Russia. That area. So it's well, currently it's southern Russia, but during the Ottoman Empire days, that area belonged to the Ottomans, and they say she might be from there also. So two conflicting areas where she might be from: either Albania, which is uh, which is eastern. Excuse me, I have a message there. Which is Eastern Europe, okay, the Balkans, or it is southern Russia, northern Turkey, that area. Okay, so that's where Mahidevran, the mother of Prince Mustafa, that's where she's from. And Suleyman, Sultan Suleyman, is believed to have ancestry from Ukraine. His mother was from northern Turkey, I should say northern Black Sea area. So, but saying all these, I might get many, many messages to say, no, no, they were all Turks, right? So, because they were born, most of them were born inside the borders of the Ottoman Empire, which makes them to be Turks. Well, that is not true because the Ottoman Empire was a melting pot. What we see in the United States or Canada or in the West, back then, it happened in the Ottoman Empire, where people moved into this empire, and they just interacted with others, and it came to be as the saying goes. But the the mothers of the sultans were mostly from outside of the Ottoman Empire or the neighboring areas of the empire. Therefore, therefore, yes, they became Turks, but originally they're uh, they're from other areas. Okay, so why am I talking about this or bringing this matter into this talk today, it's just because I wanted to just talk about the background of Mustafa, right? So he is born in Manisa. Manisa is where? Manisa is in western Turkey, southwest Turkey, which is, I don't know if some of you have been to Turkey. It is close to Izmir area, okay, and about 300 kilometers south of Istanbul. Okay, so that area, and the background, as I said, is mother from Albania, believed to be, and the father believed to be of Ukraine or southern Russia area. Okay, so therefore there's quite the mix there: Turkish, Albanian, Circassian, Ukrainian, Russian. Okay, that's what we know of. Could be more, but that's what that's what it is. So um, I'll just point this out quickly. I never agree with the comment that the Ottoman Empire was a Turkic empire. I find that uh, there's a bit of truth in there, but mostly it's wrong. The Ottoman Empire was was an empire that had many different nationalities inside it, right? So so for it to be just a Turkic empire, referred to it as a Turkic empire, I I necessarily not agree with that. Okay, so let's move along here. How many minutes has it been? 11 minutes, and I haven't said much. My goodness. Well, Mustafa, the eldest son of a lawmaker Sultan Suleyman, was strangulated. Okay, and many people, obviously, not many people will know of this. People that live outside the borders of the current country of Turkey, outside the borders of Turkey. It's not well known what happened to Mustafa, and I find that very tragic. What happened to him, and also not many people known about this. It's very sad that Prince Prince Mustafa was strangulated by his Sultan father. And how did that happen? How did that happen? Well, well, what happened was there was rumors that that Prince Mustafa Prince Mustafa had dealings with the Iranian. Back then, they were called the Safavid Empire. They say that he betrayed his father by coming into contact with the Iranian Empire and making plans to dethrone his Sultan father. These rumors are not necessarily true. They're actually not true. There is no concrete proof of the letters. Why are they not available? It's because after the death of Mustafa, many of these letters were were were, I guess you could say, misplaced. You could say thrown out. You could say eliminated. But not a lot of evidence has made it to this day of whether A, one point of view, Mustafa betrayed his father, or B, he did not betray his father. And the stronger argument is Mustafa was set up by a few people close to Sultan Suleyman, okay, that had an interest in the throne of the empire. So, but I can talk about that in a future video. I just wanted to just give just a brief overview of Prince Mustafa, what happened to him um, was was that he, with the order of his Sultan father, was killed. And to this day, it is not proven if he actually, if he betrayed his father. I wanted to say some other word in there, but I was thinking, should I or not? That's why I um, I proceeded with that sentence a bit slower. But uh, it's not proven if he betrayed his Sultan father, and to to kill your own son with with uh, with not factual information is worrisome. I find it worrisome, and and therefore I I am writing a book about this. Hope to finish it in a couple of months here, and we'll need to learn how to or talk to a few publishers. But I'm really trying to do this on my own, as in publish the book on my own. There's many platforms out there to publish one's book, and it's just a more user-friendly experience out there when you do it on your own. Not like before, where you needed to get a hold of a publisher. Obviously, it's still better if you had a publisher, but a person of my nature, I don't have the academic background. I don't have the popular name, right? And it's a subject matter that's not well known in the Western world. Therefore, there's a lot of negatives going against me for a publisher to work with me to publish this book. Therefore, the better path would be to do it on your own. But again, we'll test those waters when we get there in a few months. But right now, it's just trying to finish the book about Prince Mustafa, who was killed by his Sultan father because there were supposedly concrete evidence, that Mustafa betrayed Sultan Suleyman. And we came to know now, after 500 years, that it, it doesn't look that way. Mustafa did not betray his father. And the sad thing is that he didn't. And Sultan Suleyman, who is regarded as the best sultan of the Ottoman Empire, or one of them, right? One of them. He ruled the empire at the empire's zenith years, meaning, in other words, he expanded the empire to its biggest borders, and he was believed to be the him being the the sultan of the empire is a false statement, but the top three would be accurate, right? But being that high up, or believed to be that good of a sultan, and then on the other hand, killing his own son is is very mind boggling. I was going to say mind blowing. Maybe it's, yeah, it is. It's a bit of both, right? Anyway, I wanted to just quickly talk about Prince Mustafa today, bring the subject matter into the discussion today, and we'll continue with these talks, and I'll continue learning how to upload these, how to talk into these, edit these videos, and I'm hoping to do one upload per week where I talk into the camera, and just welcome a discussion about the subject. I think that's it. That's all I'll say today. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Please like or dislike. Please put a comment down. I read the comments and give me some helpful advice or tips, and I would for sure welcome those. That's it. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in a future video. Thank you. Take care.